girl Sunshine. It's Friday, Hip Hop Friday. Hip Hop Friday. And on top of that, it's Good Friday because y'all know I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. But anybody who has a different religion, I support you no matter what. The simple fact is, I believe in God, so you know it's Good Friday here on my end. So I pray everyone's having a great Friday, a good Friday. So now let me go ahead. Hello, hello, hello.
Yo, yo,
Oh,
yo.
Ethan, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. So what's up?
All right, introduce yourself so we could go ahead and begin.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Solomon Childs.
Okay. And Solomon, how are you tonight?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I was going through a little technical difficulties, but I'm all right now.
Okay.
You know.
So go ahead and tell us how'd you got into the business.
Well, I always had a knack for entertaining and doing music. Just coming up as a kid that was in tune. My parents were very in tune with music. My mom, she was you know, she was with Sade and God bless Whitney Houston and Ashford and Simpson, um, Luther Vandross, you know what I mean? So that was her wave, you know what I mean? Pat Benatar, you know what I mean? And then my dad, God rest his soul, he was into like country western music. So, Conway Twitty and George Strait, Willie Nelson, Randy Travis, Dolly Parton, you know, that so I kind of got the best of both worlds, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
with music.
Okay. Hey, Raya. Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so yeah, you really did get a mixture.
Right. Right.
My mother played that. I listened to it on my own. And so, I like Garth Brooks and
Mm-hmm.
Don Martin and so my mother was like, "You listen to that?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
right. So I think it's crazy because it was a storyline. It was always a story. So everything goes back to the roots of hip hop. Um, that's basically what it was. It was just a form of another form of hip hop, just in a different way of being delivered.
Okay. Now, how did you get linked up with the Wu-Tang affiliate?
It was just family, you know what I mean? Capadonna, that's my god brother. Ghost is my cousin, you know what I mean? So, it's just, a family orientated thing. Um, you know, um, just coming up, following behind them and, trying to get in tune with them and trying to get next to them and, things like that, you know what I mean? So, that's basically what it was. It was, it wasn't no more than that, you know what I mean? It was just, me trying to get off the streets and get to doing something constructive, and they was basically the people who were trying to push me in that that guideline of wanting to do something positive and do something that was not just nonsense, you know what I mean? So and it was like you already know how to sing and rap, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean, don't let the talent go to waste, so it was like they just kept embedding it in me to like do good.
Okay, yeah, that's real talk because especially with you saying your the history, the bloodline history of your mom and pops introducing you to the certain music, and
Mm.
then that Ghostface Killer as a relative, and then you have a godfather. You said he's your godfather,
God brother.
um, god brother,
Yeah, my god brother.
god
Yep.
brother. So
Yep.
he linked, especially
Right,
with the Wu, the
right,
original.
right, right. Yeah, so Cap kind of like, big ups to Capadonna. Like, I don't say it enough, but big ups to him, because it's like, he kind of, opened the door for me to, stop searching and stop looking for an outlet to facilitate my music. It was like, when he got his opportunity, he brought me in to facilitate mines. You know what I mean? So, big shout outs to him.
That is big shout out. So I see you in the studio again.
Yeah, yeah, I got some nice things coming out. You know, a lot of dope projects. I'm working with a smooth, strong team. Shout out to my homeboy Big Sean and Big Mike and Jim High Tower. What's it called? It's called Tower something. Jim, my man Jim got Tower Beats. But you know, I don't really know. That's why it's hard to remember the company because Jim is my friend. You know what I mean? So it's like, cool. But I know him out, you know what I mean? But yeah, they just some good people, and I got some great stuff in the works. Some great music, just a lot of things going on.
Okay. So now you're signed with a
No,
label?
no, we independent. You know what I mean? We independent going on. We don't need no help. We are.
Oh, listen, I understand that 100%. I really, really do. It's not like how it used to be.
Right.
So I respect that.
Right.
So working and dropping stuff on when is it an EP? What you
We
dropping?
got
And when
a few things is dropping. We got a mixtape, mini movie, and then solo, and then I got a duet album with a great artist called Soul Flow. You know what I mean? So it's just it's a lot of good things. Just we're in the making, and things will probably start dropping within the next 30 to 45 days.
okay. Now somebody on here says S Child, want to hear you on some Afro beats.
Right. Actually got a single with a African artist called Doc Bled, which is phenomenal. It's a dope song. I actually had sent it to my cousin Ghost to hear it. And Ghost is the type of person that when you send him something, he's not sitting on his hands. So he's constantly moving around. He's constantly here, there, and over there. So, for him to listen to it and then get back to you, it takes a few days. You know what I mean? It won't take like, weeks or months because, we family. So it's like a priority for him to get back to me and be like, yo, yeah, that was dope. Or nah, go on another realm or do something different. So, when I sent it to him, I had expected to hear back from him in a few days, with some feedback. But he had called, we was on the phone already for like an hour. And he called me. I sent it to him like right before I hung up. I was like, yo, check this out and let me know what you think. He was like, all right, G. And I hung up and he called me back in like 5 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. And I'm like, wait, he must be pocket dialing me right now. He must have put his phone in his pocket or something. So I answered. I'm like, yo, I'm like, it's all good, G. I know you probably pocket dialing me, right? He's like, nah, what you talking about? I'm like, oh. I'm like, why you calling me back? He's like, yo, you just sent me a song. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, G, this one right here, this is dope. He said, yo, you might have to make a whole project like this, man. And I was like, word? He was like, yeah, this might be one of the best songs you ever made. I was like, man, get off my phone, man, saying that, man. You know what I mean? I got mad songs. He was like, nah, for real though, G, this is fire. So, we laughed about it and all of that. But, I knew it was hot because, for him to call me right back and tell me that right then, I knew it was a dope song. So, you know what I mean? And it's like, everybody I let hear it, they always think that, the song is dope. My wife loves the song, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? It's just a dope song.
So now with him being one of the GOATs in the game, and he's saying you might have you thought about that? Like he just spoke something positive into you to make it even more like he called you right back.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out the proper words to say because he put his stamp on it and said you should make a project out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So have you thought about that? Because
right.
Ghost he's nice with it. And I got
right. So that was basically, you know what I mean, when he said that, I was already in the realm of doing that. I just wasn't on the realm of doing that. I was already making that kind of music already, but to orchestrate something with more of our African artists, I was like, okay, sure. I think that might be something that I might have to, get in tune with. So I was like, you know what, all right, cool, yeah. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do,
Yeah, that was the confirmation, because if you said you was already leaning towards that and then he just came back and said, yo, you need to, that's confirmation. So,
Right.
I can't
Right.
wait.
Right. 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 Right.
Okay. Somebody said you always been out the box, just like Ghost. That's proper. Yeah, you can't be in a box. You can't keep you gotta just let your creativity flow and just let you do. And for your cousin to just stamp it and you was like, yeah, boom, look, it's gonna work out. And you never know. He might hop on one of your joints again with you.
Right. 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 Because we always say that, every time we link with each other, like, yo, we got to do some joints, we got to get some joints in, and it's like, I think it be more on me. It don't be on him, because it's like, when I go to and I finally link with him at the studio, I don't really want to talk about music or anything. I just be, just energy. It's just, kicking it with him and laughing and joking and cracking jokes on people and talking about the internet and talking about this and that and what's in the public and the media and and what's going on in the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So it's like we don't never get a chance to really be like till like the end of the night, and it's like, oh yeah, right. We got to do some joints, right? Yeah, exactly. But it's never one of those. So I don't really be I'm never I'm never pressed for it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I know he's there and I know he ain't going nowhere. It ain't like, some fake family. You know what I mean? It's real. You know what I mean? The love is genuine.
Now, I'm going to just tell you, while you were talking, I had a vision of y'all in the studio. Somebody needs to just hit record and just record y'all just joking and just having family bonding time.
Right.
That was dope to hear because,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I started Hip Hop Fridays because I wanted people to know who the artist is, not just the artist, but to know you guys, that you're a dad, you have family, you do this, y'all do crack jokes, y'all do bug out, to see the human side, not just always the business, not on the stage and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
What about somebody just hitting that record and y'all not even knowing it's on and y'all just be y'all and then put it on the album or the EP so people could just hear y'all and crack with y'all? Mm-hmm. That would be dope, like a Hush type click,
Right. That would be dope. You know what I mean? I think we did something similar to that like a long time ago, but it was kind of like we knew it was on. We knew it was, you know what I mean? But like you said, for us to do it with nobody knowing it's on, I think it would be more live up because it's like, the jokes would be more, they'd be more crisp, you know what I mean? Or, more original, more off guard. So it would be like, oh, wow, these dudes is crazy. Yeah. They really are in real life,
Well, we see Wu-Tang because I follow Wu-Tang's career from the beginning and everything. And so now for it to be on Hulu and I was watching it, I was like, yep. And my kids was like, how you know? I was like, they was like, you know about, I followed them. That's why when they back around for the tour, I hopped on the Jersey one. Mm-hmm. But that would be dope. That would be, because that was then, and now they're coming back and doing things as stronger. Like they wasn't gone, but they was in the background. Now they're coming back out again. That would be it's
right.
So and family unity.
Mm-hmm. Just a revamp. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Just a revamp. It's so difficult to not revamp when you have to constantly be consistent on coming in and pointing people in the right direction. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what I look at my big brothers doing. They point people in the right direction. You know what I mean? Whether it's something as simple as the Hulu series or music, content, whatever it is, they always point you in the right direction, you know what I mean, to go where you need to be going and facilitate what you need to be facilitating as your career, you know what I mean? So, big ups to them.
So now, with you about to drop some new music, are you going to start touring? What do you got lined up?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably start doing a few tours. I was looking to do a lot of tours, probably overseas, I'm gonna go tackle overseas because you know, the market is a little bit more fresh. They're still coming outside, you know, and you know, it's just a better atmosphere to me. You know, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna stray away from our states, you know, because the states need, you know, love too. But I'm definitely gonna focus more overseas and, you know, just, you know, go out there and get what I need to get.
I'ma say it for you. The States is like crab in the barrels. Overseas, they show us more love overseas than our own country.
Right,
I say it for you. I know you gotta be politically correct, but I say,
right,
look,
right,
I
right,
was in London. Now I would say I'm wearing Paris, right?
right.
I was and I went the day in Paris. And I was like, yeah, I'm going back to London. I hated Paris. Did my course, but I was, yeah, I had an incident with somebody who did not want to give me milk for my tea. I'm the customer. I'm paying.
Mm,
Listen,
mm.
going to jail over some milk in a foreign country. I was like, you know what?
Right, 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 right.
That's right. But London does. So yeah, go overseas and get them coins. Go overseas and get them euros. Go overseas and get that cheddar
Right,
because you have more sold out shows overseas than here.
right, 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 right. You know,
Talk to you, they're smiling. You may get one or two that be, but yo, London, show mad
right,
love.
right,
Not from.
right,
Oh, good day. You
right, right. Exactly, exactly. That's what I need. You know, I need that. I need that energy. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because that's a good energy to have. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Yeah. Okay, somebody said Europe and Asia always show love for real hip hop. I haven't been to Asia, but that's on my bucket list. I've been across the world, but Asia and Japan and Africa are on my bucket
yeah,
list.
those are good, dope spots. I've been to those spots. They show mad love. Australia is another one. They show mad love. You know, it's just dope atmospheres. You know, the hip hop is it's just stronger. It's just a different vibe when it's almost like back in the days. You know, with hip hop out there. You know what I mean?
It
So it,
is.
you're gonna get your dollars worth. You know what I mean? And you know, to go on stage, it's like, you know, as an artist, sometimes we look at it like, all right, I'm only doing 3 songs, man, and I'm out of here. But when you overseas, it's like you might have that mentality that I'm only doing 3 songs, but the crowd is giving you so much love. You mess around and do a whole album up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So much love. You like, what? Y'all want to hear something up? You start pulling people up on the stage, have them rhyme. You know what I mean? And you interacting with the promoters. Like, I feel like I didn't give you enough money for that show. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, different vibe.
Yeah. When I was over in London, we went to a club. One, they don't have to search you over there. Like, it's a whole different, like you said, a whole different
Mm-hmm.
vibe. And we in there, you may get one or two drunks or whatever, and they handle them real quick.
Right.
But it's not safe. Over there, you don't got to worry about safety too much. Like the police department has clubs. They don't even carry guns.
Right.
Like,
They there. They on deck. And the people is like, they respect the law.
that,
It's not about, you know, nothing else. It's just about them respecting the law. So they like, yo, wait, what? Nah, man, I ain't trying to go to jail tonight. I got too much to do tomorrow. So, you know what I mean? Let's just party and have a good time, you know? And that's basically what it is, you know what I mean?
I had to catch myself for a minute. I was like, y'all don't got guns? Yo, just, I was like, you in a different country because
Right, 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 right.
okay, so do you have somebody that's setting you up for overseas, or you still got your connects and everything, and they're just gonna set it up for you
Yeah,
come this summer?
my team is doing it, you know. I see my brother just joined, Original Mimsy. He's a great DJ from overseas as well, you know what I mean? And he's my Muslim brother too, you know. So you know, it's people like that that are, you know, within that whole team of just, people that I'm connected and connecting with, that's making sure that these shows overseas are going to be well and placed decent. And because I'm the type of person that if you popping in, if you popping in if you popping in Belgium, I want you to get on stage that night. I don't want to come to your city and rock out, and then you looking like, oh, yo, I do my thing too. I can't wait till I'm up there. Nah, tonight is the night you up there. You know what I mean? You tonight you gonna be up there. And get, I want the crowd to feel your vibe. You know what I mean? Because this is your hometown, and RZA, he used to always say that. He used to always be like, yo, if you could capture your hometown, you already won the battle. Never mind everywhere else. You just got to capture your hometown. You know what I mean? So, that's basically that. You know what I mean? So, I would want them to be able to, capture their home, and if we acknowledging that we're gonna put them on stage, they gonna bring out they gonna bring out their whole team. And then their team is gonna bring out a team, and their team gonna bring out a team, and now the place is sold out, and now everybody had a good time, and we had a few shots of Patron, and everything everything was good.
But see, that also opens up a bigger door for you doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, remember when such and such came and he brought us on stage?
Right.
That mouth that goes out goes forth, and then that word of mouth will get you more business in a different country, in a different, you know what I mean? That's love, though. I love that.
Right.
So now with that, let's talk about, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? What do you want, and what do you have in store lined up?
The next 5 years, I'll probably just be. I want to be like Uncle Phil. I want to be a TV dad. You know what I mean? Like maybe for Disney or a Netflix series or something like that. I want to be like a TV dad. You know what I mean? Like something like that. I want to be doing something like that. I'm not really yeah, sure. I want to like transition. You know what I mean? From like the hip hop guy to the on-screen guy without going back to the hip hop guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not really, I don't want to be like, hip hop is elevation. You know what I mean? And a lot of people get caught up in the transition of elevation, and they start looking back like, oh man, yo, yeah, I see them young dudes over there doing it. Now I still got it. We ain't say you didn't still have it, old head. We know you still got it. But at the same token, it's a different day and time. It's daytime now. Let them shine. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have problems with letting other people shine. Let them shine. Let them do what they do. You know what I mean? Your goal is to find a new niche and use what you already got as a stepping stone to find that new niche. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't got to worry about that. So that's basically where I'm looking at it 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Look, doing something else, probably, mountain climbing, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But, just doing something else, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What's up, Judah? Hello for everyone that just joined the chat and everything. Judah Priest is in the building as well. Judah's my boy
Judah
right there.
Good dude. I like Judah Priest. He's mad cool.
So now let's switch it up a little bit. You just said something. So name 5 fun facts about you.
5 fun facts?
Yeah.
I like joking around. I like doing music.
We know that.
I like playing basketball.
Okay.
I like having family time with my family, my wife and my kids, and I like playing Madden.
Okay. You got one.
And I like going to the gym.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna take it extra. Okay. Now, do you do ATVs? Do you do jet skis? Do you do snorkeling? Do you do parachute sailing?
I did all of that. I did everything once already. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm pretty much did everything already. You know what I mean? From you know, sailing to bungee jumping. You know what I mean? So I did all of that kind of stuff. So it's like I don't really have too much of a bucket list. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person that I'm living in the moment. So if we go somewhere and they say, okay, so they got a class today of jumping off the cliff into the water. All right, let's do it right now. I'm not really gonna be like, oh man, word, yeah, one day that we gonna do that. Nah, let's just get it over with right now, do it, and then move on. Let's do something else.
See, I'm with you on that, except for when you said bungee jumping. I ain't doing the bungee jumping, and I'm not doing the parachute out the airplane. Those are the only two I won't do, but I do everything else. We rode when we was just in Jamaica. Me and the boys rode horses in the ocean. Zip. People was like, my pastor was like,
the bungee,
and I was like, nah, let's go. He was like, yeah, you are different.
Right. But not really. Let me, don't, what I mean? It's not really it's not that complex. The bungee jumping wasn't really, it's scary. Don't get it twisted. It's definitely scary, but it's like any other thing that you do right then and there. Once you leap, you bounce, you come back up, you go back down, you screaming still, you go back up, you come back down, you screaming still. But as time goes on, it's like you like, and now you having fun with it, and it's like as if 2 minutes ago you wasn't screaming for your mama. You know what I mean? So, it's cool though. You know what I mean? It's the adrenaline. The adrenaline is what makes it really the dopest thing. It's the adrenaline.
Okay, somebody asks, okay, the real cap, hey, gang. Thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, so someone said, what's one place you would love to go that you've never been? That got you puzzled,
Colombia.
Huh? Okay.
I've never been to Colombia. I've been to, my family's from Honduras, so I've been to Honduras. That's probably one of the only, I've been to Dominican Republic. My family's from Dominican Republic. I've been there. I've never been to Colombia. I've never been to Puerto Rico. I've never been to Hawaii. Those kind of places like that. Those are places that I would like to go. You know what I mean?
Trust me. Okay, so let me just give you a little tidbit about Hawaii. God rest his soul. My uncle was in the Navy, and then he was in Hawaii. So he then stayed there. He never came back. So he married, and I have cousins there. So my senior year, after my pops died, and my junior year, my mother was like, come on. My uncle couldn't make it to the funeral. So my mother said, I'm bringing the girls to you. Don't worry about it. So I think his health wasn't good or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the plane from New York City to Hawaii, 13 hours, and the layover was in Cali.
Okay.
We get over there. We're on one island, Mount Diamond Head. You look out of the hotel room, and there's the volcano and everything, and it's called Mount Diamond or Diamond Head.
Okay.
My mother, we stayed there, loved it. When I say loved it, but it's high, expensive on food and everything else. Because everything's coming into them.
Okay.
And it's just the fruits and stuff like that. Not a lot of stuff. They got to get it shipped in. Boom. What we didn't know is my mother booked us for a helicopter to take us over to the next island.
All right.
We never tell people. It was like, and the next island my uncle was on. So we stayed in for a few days. My mother changed the helicopter schedule and everything. Never told the hotel that we first checked in. If tourists don't come back, they call the police and the search. We didn't know that.
Mm.
So that's one warning. So if you do want to travel to another island, just let your hotel know so that way they know your whereabouts, because they said a lot of tourists get lost or things happen, and then they search parties. They was like, we was about to send a search party. My mother was like, oh no, my brother-in-law is over. We didn't know.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
tell
Because
you,
that's crazy. Because I experienced people coming out to get me before, and I thought it wasn't real. I had went to Canada to do a show, and it was supposed to be me and Killer Priest. We was doing a show. I forgot who booked that show. I think it was this kid named Prince V. And I was supposed to do a show, and when I got to Canada, they wasn't trying to let me in because my criminal history, and they was like, "We're not letting you in." But they didn't have no planes that was leaving out that night. So they was like, "This is what we gonna do for you," because I showed them the flyer with me on the flyer and all of that. They said, "Okay, this is what we gonna do for you." The show though wasn't till the next night. So I'm like, wow, won't y'all just let me stay for the show and then y'all could let me? They was like, nah, we not doing that. Only reason why you staying is because there's no flights and we don't want you to stay in the hotel all night. We gonna let you go to your hotel, do what you gotta do. But if you not back here in the morning for this flight, we gonna send the search party out. So I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. They let me in. I go, the guys that I was with, they took me to like some Jamaican restaurant and we ate oxtails and chilled and had a great time. And I went to the hotel that night and chilled and relaxed and whatever. That next morning, my flight was leaving at 11. I woke up at like 9, took a shower. I'm waiting for the people to bring me to the spot. The guy was like, hey, the car's downstairs ready to bring you to the airport. When I got to that lobby, there was 2 officers there. And I was like, nah, they don't got nothing to do with me. And they was like, yeah, you Solomon Childs, right? I'm like, yeah. It was like, okay, we just trying to make sure that you getting back to the airport. I was like, word? Y'all really here right now? They was like, yeah, we really here. You going home. Bet that. I said, wow, that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they was really sending me home.
yeah, 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 they don't play, because I had relatives with me, and we hit Canada because I'm in Buffalo right now. I've been up here 18, 19 years. I'm ready to go. So we brought family up. Okay, they're visiting. They haven't been to the falls. Mind you, I don't know my family's older family background, if they was in jail or had a charge or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's certain things that's business.
Right.
You sit at the border. First off, they're scanning the vehicle,
Right.
talking to you, quizzing you, telling you to roll the back windows down. On top of that, there's a hold up, red flag, pull over there.
Right.
I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Right.
I was like, what?
Right.
So I had a felony. I was like, nah, me, I ain't been locked up. I haven't been fingerprinted. I was like, well, correction, I've been fingerprinted for my license for my gun. But other than that, I was like, I ain't been fingerprinted.
Right.
I ain't go to jail because I've seen them have people on the side of the curb, dogs searching the car, stripping it, breaking it down. And on top of that, they don't got to pay to fix it.
Right.
So I was like, they was like, okay, y'all can't go. He could stay, but y'all can go if y'all want to go. We was like, nah, we all came together. We leave together. Yeah, lesson learned. So I asked everybody before we even make it. I was like, look, anybody got any charges?
Right.
I was like,
who's got a warrant? Who has a warrant in this group?
Okay.
You know? Right, right.
I'm a paralegal. I need to be on the big screen. Meanwhile, at the border, such and such. No, we're not doing that.
Right.
But yeah, Hawaii, their luau's is amazing. I still don't know how they cook the pig under the ground. Like they show you what they're doing, and it's beautiful. You definitely want to go there.
Right.
I spent 2 years, 2 weeks there. Loved it. So you definitely got to go visit Puerto Rico.
Right. Yeah. So that's definitely bucket list. Joints. You know what I mean? So but I've been to the the exotic places like the Hong Kongs and the Dubais and the Abu Dhabis, and I've been to those spots. You know what I mean? So
that's on my list too. Dubai.
It's crazy. I went to Abu Dhabi by accident. They messed up my flight when I was going to Australia. I was supposed to go from New York to California and then to Sydney, but instead they had my flight going from New York to Melbourne. So I went all the way to Abu Dhabi, and when I got to Abu Dhabi, I'm like, I don't have no connecting flight to nowhere else. Why is it not connecting me nowhere else? And I talked to the people, and they was like, oh, man, they messed up. So they accommodated me. They gave me 2 days accommodation in a hotel, which was dope. You know what I mean? And, I facilitated the hotel. I didn't really need to go nowhere. It was hot. It was warm. You know what I mean? And, it was dope. It was really nice. You know what I mean?
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they accommodated you and everything to that nature. Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, they had to, though. They know they had to. I could have sued. You know what I mean? So they was like, especially if something happened to me, you know what I mean? They was like, yo, do not. The one thing they was like, do not leave the hotel though. It wasn't even it wasn't like a violent thing, like as if like crime was happening heavy. It was that if something does happen to you, we're responsible now. So whatever you need, let us know, and we'll facilitate you with it. You know what I mean? I see somebody said free killer sin. Exactly, free killer sin.
Yeah, exactly. So we talked about the 5 fun facts. Now, not including yourself, who are the 5 top artists that you've been listening to lately?
This one is kind of hard for me because I make hip hop music. So it's hard for me to listen to hip hop music. You know what I mean? So I'm more like SZA, Coco Jones. You know what I mean? I can't really do like the hip hop thing. I might do the Nicki, Nicki here and there. My wife be playing this one song that I like. The girl, the don't play with it. Just laying it. You know what I mean? I listen to her joint. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard though. You know what I mean? For me to like really get into hip hop. I've listened to our classics like Nas and Ghost and Ray and Meth and those kind. Griselda and that kind of stuff. But it's hard for me to like say that I'm really like sitting there actually listening to hip hop artists. I'm not really doing that.
This is anybody. But just not just like you listen to Sade or stuff like that.
Yeah, I just go to iTunes and just basically put on today's R&B or today's hip hop, and then it just plays. You know what I mean? So it's not like really like what. Go ahead.
This season of R&B ain't like the 1980s or 70s or 90s.
No, not at all.
We need to bring some of that back.
Right.
Thank God Tim's doing his thing. Woo.
Right. So I might throw on probably like Smokey Robinson or Curtis Mayfield, Howard Hewitt, After 7, Guy, Jodeci,
yeah.
Jagged Edge, Yeah.
Those that's our time. That's our.
Right.
So we have a question. Okay, do you think there will ever be another Theater Unit album?
I don't know. I mean, I remember Wiggs was talking about it, one time, and he wanted to put it together. Um, Ghost really wasn't, too keen on it. You know what I mean? He was, Ghost is the type of person that, he's always on to the next. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I did that already. You know what I mean? Let's do something else. You know what I mean? You know, so I don't know. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? If it makes sense, but I don't see it like being priority though.
Got you. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, definitely put them in and we'll ask. I'll ask. Not a problem at all. So now, with you being in the industry for this long, what is some pointers you would like to leave the viewers with?
Consistency. Don't think about what he's doing or what she's doing. You do what you doing. Never mind all of that. If they making this kind of song or whatever, don't try to follow suit and make that song or make something similar to that. Or because you hear that in the rotation on, the radio station. Nah, because in all reality, that's not how that song is in rotation. And that's not how your song is going to get in rotation. 9 times out of 10, that song is in rotation because of who got that song in rotation and what time it is in rotation. If it's in rotation at nighttime, 9 times out of 10, that's a mix show DJ that they probably linked with at a club. You know what I mean? Or in the hood or in the streets or, wherever. That's that kind of DJ.
Mm-hmm.
If that's being played during the during the regular hours, then that went through a program director. And when you got your music being played by a program director, 9 times out of 10, that's about advertisement. You got to have certain advertisement for that radio station to play your music during that prime time, where it doesn't really have anything to do with the DJ. He's basically being told to play that music. You know what I mean? So it's wherever you want to be at. If you want to be on that, then you got to get to that level. If you want to be played at night, then go to the club and link buy a few bottles for the DJ that's spinning. And when he's playing your music or breaking your record, and he got a slot on the radio, make a relationship with him, and they'll get the song on that time. But when you're talking early prime time in on a radio station, Clear Channel, that's 9 times out of 10 it's probably going through like some kind of advertisement or a program director.
Good to
know. Right. So you just gotta basically, you gotta do what you gotta do and grind and get to it.
Good to know. That is good to know. Somebody said facts. I'm learning to focus on me. I listen to my music and my music only, but I love my old school. Okay.
Right.
And somebody said, yes, please stop following the trends.
Right.
Listen, I've been at. I was like, look, I be rubbing my temples like, what? No. Right. I checked. Sometimes I was like, okay, let me see what's on the radio. Then I was like, get back to my phone.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So you want to drop a few bars for the fans? Because we got a lot of people up in the chat.
No, I don't want to drop no bars. No, I don't want to drop no bars. I'm good.
Now tell them how to follow you.
All social media. Everything is S. Childs, Solomon Childs. There's nothing that's whatever it is, whether it's Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. Everything is the same thing. S. Childs, Solomon Childs. So, and I interact with all DMs. I do have people that, you know, do what they do in my DM and take a lot of, traffic, but, I oversee it, or they hit me up and be like, yo, this person said this and that. All right, scratch that. Or, yo, this person said this and that. I tell them, yo, hit me up, tell them get back at me, so I'm always interacting with it. But, as far as if it's not positive, you missed me with it.
Listen,
Right.
I've been inbox asked out on dates, some disrespectful, and I'm like, delete and block. First I block, then I delete.
Right.
Then no. Or I'm like, okay. They're like, how can I get on the show? I was like, right now I'm so busy. I'm like, hit my manager, Raya, and she'll talk to you. Like, she knows.
Right. Right.
Hey, now you being rude and disrespectful because you trying to be my manager when I just told you I was out and about on business, and you tell me, nah, just give me a date. Now you're sitting on the curb.
Right. Yep.
We got on. We show respect. Like, look, we are not about disrespect here. So I'm like, yeah, no. So I understand about your DMs, trust, because right now I monitor mine. Now my other side business, I have somebody that does my marketing. He monitors that page. I got too many pages, so I understand.
Right.
But you managing it, so that's good. Right. Now, what if I rock with you and somebody want to hire you? Do they got to contact you, or do you let them know how you get hired?
Yeah,
how they want to book you?
Yeah, just DM me on what, and then what I'll do,
Get in that circle, y'all.
Yeah, I'll forward the DM to where it needs to go.
Y'all heard it here. All right. Else you want to leave the fans with before we sayonara out?
Just like I said, you know what I mean? Stay doing your thing, you know what I mean? And like Son said, stop following the trends, man. Do what you do. Don't worry about it. Nothing lasts forever. Not even the bad times. You know what I mean? So, just keep doing what you're doing, and, keep grinding, and always pray. You know what I mean? Make sure you ask Allah for forgiveness. Never mind asking them for, the riches and what you want and what you need and how you want to get it and never mind that. You know what I mean? You just always always when you talk to Allah, ask him for forgiveness, because that's gonna get you your blessings. Tell him you want forgiveness for whatever it is you did in the past, whatever you may do in today, and whatever you might do in the future. You know what I mean? That's the goal.
Yeah. Before we go, somebody just put in a question. Who you got, Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis?
Ryan Garcia.
You heard it here.
Right.
All right, my house to yours. We thank you for tuning in. Share away. And this interview will be on the YouTube page, Celebrating Life with Sunshine. So thank you for tuning in. Have a safe and blessed weekend.
Thank you, my